There's flames coming out the back of this.
Huh?
There's flames coming out of there, I think. Welcome back to Cars of Sweden HQ. This is where everything happens. I'll go and grab the camera. Right, there's Sean.
Right.
Now this is where I normally do all my magic. Yeah, this is my little desk there. Over here we've got Sean, busy as usual, taking care of all those auction cars that have gone out recently. And yeah, this is basically the home of Cars of Sweden Live. So, out the door, we've got a few cars down there, and one of those we're going to be talking about a little bit extra today. Right, so here we are downstairs on the showroom floor, and as you can see, there's quite a few cars here today. I'll tell you what, there's Sean.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
Come outside, have a look at the winter wonderland.
This is Sweden, mate. December Sweden. The snow.
Finally gets this winter weather.
Yeah, but it means winter tyres on the cars. As you can see, my little car out there, it's got his winter wheels on. And right. But before we have a look at that, let's go through a few of the cars that we have over here, mate. If we start over here with this old Volvo,
That's a,
what's the story behind this one?
That's a friend of mine's. It's his Rally PV.
Okay.
This is a PV 44, 1956.
Okay.
This is the Mercedes 220.
Well, we had this on the show a while back.
Yes. This is a BMW 528.
528.
Late 70s, needs a fix.
Right, but we're going to get that on the show at some point, yeah?
And this one is a Borgward Isabella.
Borgward Isabella.
Very, very rare car.
All right.
Coupe from Germany.
And that recently was sold on the auction site, yeah?
Yeah. This car's been, I think Borgward have started again now. I think they started making an SUV.
Is it a German mate, did you say?
Yeah. Borgward is a bit of a strange car because it was the first car to give a guaranteed of 100,000 kilometres.
Okay.
On the engine.
All right.
So that was unheard of in the 1960s.
Yeah.
So that was like...
German build quality.
Yep. So...
What about this little thing we got here then, yeah?
Yeah, this is basically a 1971 1300S.
Right.
It's been totally rebuilt by, I have to check my phone because I can never say this in, I can never say his name. Kuplapaja.
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 Right.
He's a famous Finnish guy that does a lot of rebuilds on cars, a lot of rally cars. Okay. So this car was completely stripped down, converted into H Class, which is historical racing. Okay. So everything's been stripped out. It's got a full roll cage inside. You've got sports seats. You've got fuel cells. Harnesses. I think it's 5.6 point harness. So that's like stripped out. Right. You got Bilstein shock absorbers. Right. You've got dry sump oil. Dual carburetors. Nice. New flywheels. What else have we got? I can give you the tech on this because it's hard to remember exactly what there was. But I mean, this has been, it's about, I think bench test is about 150 brake horsepower, right. About 160 newton meters of torque. Wow, and that's a lot for a Beetle, isn't it? Yeah. Plus it's been stripped out as well, so it's saved a lot on weight as well, hasn't it? Exactly. So the engine is a 69 times 85.5, 1583 horsepower with forged Mahle pistons, and the Kennedy clutch with dual 44s Webers.
Right.
Dry sump, gearbox is full racing, short gears.
Right.
With a ZF limited slip diff.
Right. At the back.
Yeah. Disc brakes. So I mean the car, I mean it's like, it's rally, totally rally.
Because these don't normally come with disc brakes, do
they? Later ones came with disc at the back, and depends on. Most of them were just calipers, but this is. It's got,
is this standard as well, the tank?
The fuel tank was always situated there.
Yeah.
You can see it's the same filler cap.
Right. But is that a standard tank though? I mean, are they normally that small or that big? Or?
Yeah, they're usually about that size.
Okay.
Historical racing has its requirements. It's not like other types of rally, but this is, I mean, this is approved for this type of racing.
Right.
And it's loud.
Yeah, we took a few shots of that.
My neighbours don't like it. They complain about the noise.
Oh, I can understand that.
But it's, you know, a rally car, you need to go around 2,000 revs to get it moving.
Just to get him happy, yeah?
The car wants to go full speed all the time, so you need to push it all the time. If you're driving in traffic, it's just terrible because it's dying. You need to keep the revs up and up and up and up. So. So
what kind of seats have they got in there then?
I think it's Sparta. I think.
All right.
Or similar to what we got.
And we don't know how heavy this car is then, as it stands now.
I would guess the car weighs about somewhere around 700 to 800 kilos.
Okay, wow.
And no more than probably 800.
And it's pushing out, would you say, over 150 brake horsepower?
Yeah, a lot for this. I mean, if you think of it like the old 911s and stuff like that, this has got a lot more power.
It's going to beat it up properly, yeah?
Yeah. So, and it's got a special sport rally exhaust. Under it's got like metal mud rails and guards.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's
got like a skid plate under there as well.
Skid plate at the front, at the sump, the back at the sump.
Right.
Yeah, it's got everything. So, I mean, everything you need to go rallying. It's a turnkey car.
And this thing is up for sale, yeah?
Yeah, it's up for sale.
Right, when can we see this? When is it going to be on an auction next year, or? Yeah,
it'll probably be available for sale in January. At the moment, the car's still currently registered in Finland.
Right.
But I have the registration papers to register it over to anyone who buys it in Europe.
So what are you actually doing now, mate?
Opening the oil sump.
All right. Yeah, there's definitely flames coming out the back of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a special piece of kit. But I mean, if you're thinking of rallying and you've got two mates, you could buy this car for around about 15,000 euros. I mean, it's not expensive to start rallying in this, because I mean, if you crash the car, you can buy all the body panels. They're not expensive to fix. And I mean, the engine's easy to fix. It's still the same Volkswagen engine, 4 bolts and out the engine.
I mean, is this would this be good going around like the Nürburgring or something like that?
No, this would be perfect if you're going to use it for like hill climbing, or you're going to use it for rally. That's what it's built for. It's not built for like, it's not built like a top-end speed car. It's built to go over terrain. Okay.
Right, so there you have it. VW Beetle, probably one of the fastest ones in Sweden at the moment, but
I would say it's in the top 10 loudest ones.
And it spits fire.
Yeah, and it spits flames.
All right, so there you have it.
It's an angry Beetle. We like angry Beetles.
Right, so there was a quick show from us today. The Beetle, we'd love to get it out on the road, but that's what it looks like outside.
But that's no problem to get it out on the road on that. I just need to do a proper service before we put it into...
before we test it out.
Yeah.
So maybe on a later episode we'll get this thing out there in the real world and show you guys what it's all about. So thanks for checking out the show once again. We're really struggling, as you can see, with the weather to get shows out to you, but we will continue working really hard to get more footage to you as much as possible. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, tune in next week for some more Cars of Sweden live.